just closing speech, I want to introduce to the stage an amazing person, a great friend, one of the greatest connectors I have ever met. He's the president of Beta I, Pedro Rocha Vieira.
Hi. Working? Okay. So before you leave, let me just talk a little bit about Beta I and some news that we have to present. So thank you very much for staying till the end. So first, who have heard of Beta I before Silicon Valley, before today? Okay, not bad. Okay, so Beta I is the organization behind Silicon Valley. And we have been doing a few things for the last two to 3 years. So Beta I, we're a non-profit organization, and we boost entrepreneurial ecosystems and help startup women, mainly through events and acceleration programs. It's all started with TEDx Edges, where to go. André was the co-founder of TEDx, and was we were the first to bring TEDx to Portugal. And I think we feel that it was a change moment in Portugal. Then we also brought Startup Weekend to Portugal. Pedro Santos, one of our associates, is the host. And we felt that also this was very important in changing the culture around entrepreneurship, and especially bringing the culture of acceleration programs to Portugal. With Beta Talks, our monthly events, I think a new bottom-up community was born. And it's interesting, if you're welcome to come. The next will be on the 17th of May. And around from 50 to 150 people come every month to listen to other entrepreneurs, to their personal stories. And this was very important to create a community. Also with the Beta Starts, which is our acceleration program, also with partnership with Billy the Group and many others, we set a new standard for acceleration programs in Portugal. And we are supported already so far 46 startups. Not all of them are still living, but more than half are doing well. With Silicon Valley comes to Lisbon last year. I think we set a new agenda for entrepreneurship, agenda around connection with the other hubs like Silicon Valley, but also India, Brazil, Israel. We have to have strong links with these hubs if you want to create startups that want to go international. We also set an agenda about acceleration programs, and I think we contributed to bring the ecosystem together. I think 2 years ago, it wasn't so easy to have an event where you could find entrepreneurs, we'd find investors, corporate world, all together, and government, political decision makers. And I think this is very important to make the ecosystem more liquid. We also found at Startup Lisboa, from the City Hall of Lisbon, the incubator. We found a home where we're based now, at the heart of Lisbon entrepreneurship. And I think you can feel the new dynamic if you go to Startup Lisboa. I think a lot of you, we are neighbors. Yeah. Who's at Startup Lisboa from here? Yeah, a lot of people. So it's a great community there. With Sandbox Global Summit, we, together with the City Hall and other partners, we brought the Sandbox to Portugal. And Lisbon was the center of entrepreneurship for 3 days. This was a great event. We brought over 200 entrepreneurs from all over the world, and all of them we felt that Lisbon could actually be a place, a hub for international entrepreneurs to bring in here and to start something concrete in Lisbon. Also, I think all that, the work of Beta I and a lot of the organizations that are working in the entrepreneurship, this is a tough war, helped transforming 2012 in the year of the generation start. I think this is very important. I think a new generation is starting to do great things in Portugal. So, felt that we've done a lot. I think there's a great path being done so far, but we want to go to go the next level. So I think one of the things that Philip Moring is here. He was saying that we were being annoying him for the last year and a half trying to come here. I think finally we convinced him to come. And I think he was very surprised with what Lisbon has to offer. And I think because of that, we can say that we are going to bring Seed Camp to Portugal in next November. Woo! Yeah, and this will be great. We'll be doing the Global Entrepreneurship Week, where we have some partners from SEDES and also PBA present here. And this will be a great moment. I think November will be a great moment. And I think we convinced Philip that Lisbon can be an important, relevant spot in the European ecosystem. We also have a lot of other surprises to announce, so keep tuned to the Twitter and Facebook, because we have a lot of interesting surprises to announce until November. But we want to go even further. Imagine that. Philip, don't take me wrong, because so we've been working in all this experience that we've put together had a goal, and the goal is to create a true global international acceleration program. So for those who came to Silicon Valley, Council Lisbon last year, you've probably heard about Mass Challenge. So we're doing Beta Challenge. Beta Challenge will be the biggest acceleration program in international acceleration program in Europe, and will be the first affiliated program of Mass Challenge. And what is going to be Beta Challenge? It's going to be a 3-month acceleration program with hundreds of events, with a lot of mentors from international mentors. Some of the partners that have, and the speakers that have attended Silicon Valley and the Sandbox will be part of that network, something that has been built over time. Also, Vikas spoke also about Kaufman Foundation. Kaufman Foundation is also a big supporter. Together also with SEDES, Portugal is part of the global partner network of Kaufman Foundation, which is very relevant. And so we have a lot of mentors coming from all these networks. We'll have a big investor day with hundreds of investors at the end. And we'll have a working space, more than 1,000 square meters that we are closing in the next week, and full of surprises. Of course, we want to replicate as well the award scheme that Mass Challenge has, which is giving 1 million in awards to the best startups. So this will be a tough thing to do, but we're doing our best. And so Beta Challenge wants to attract the over 300 of the world's top entrepreneurs. And some of them are here in Portugal, so this is not only for international startups, it will be for Portuguese as well. And we'll leverage what Portugal has best to offer. And I think some of what Portugal has to offer already been said today. I think we have a great talent, but also have some clusters that can be leveraged, like ocean, tourism, web mobile, and so on. And also we have a great weather and a very low cost city, so with very low burning rate. So we also a great door for Europe and for the Portuguese speaking countries, and this is relevant because Portugal has to leverage on that, because we can be a very good test market, but we can also be a very interesting market to enter in these Portuguese speaking countries and also European for non-European startups. And so we're going to do, and also with the City Hall is doing a great effort into the startup city. So Beta Challenge will be a major contribution to that. And we believe that Lisbon can be the perfect place for bootstrapping your startup. In the end, less than 10% of startups are funded by VCs. So most of the startups have to struggle without any relevant funding. So Portugal and Lisbon will be a great place for bootstrapping. And I think this is one of our value propositions. So that's it. And we have to thank for all our partners. We wouldn't be able to do any of these without the support of various partners. So Caixa Geral de Depósitos, for example, is one of the biggest supporters so far. Is most probably going to be the biggest supporter of Beta Challenge as well. And also the Microsoft, Startup Lisboa, Câmara Municipal de Lisboa, they are great, great supporters. So thank you everyone, and please. Okay. Over, sim, agora. Hã? Sim, agora chamava. Não pensava que eras tu. Okay, now I'll pass the word to Caixa Geral de Depósitos, Hugo Santos Silva, who's going to, as a host, going to give his final words to you. Thank you.